Hello students, welcome back. In the last video we understand combination of capacitors and we understand how to find net capacitance expression, right, for series and parallel. Okay, now in this video what we'll go for a few numerical concepts. Okay, now what are those numerical concepts? Whenever we connect two capacitors with different potential difference, mind data, it's a very important part. Two capacitors with different potential difference, if we connect, there is some energy loss. Okay, that we need to understand where is that energy loss goes, why there is an energy loss, and what is the value of it. Okay, we know whenever a capacitor is charged, it contains some energy. What is that energy value? Half CV square. We know this thing. So now see, that is the topic. Loss of energy when two capacitors with different potential difference are connected. Okay, so let's consider the initial case. Capacitor 1, the capacitance is C1, charge its stored is Q1 and its create a potential difference V1 across the plates. Okay, so we can write Q1 equals to C1 V1. Similarly, next capacitor has capacitance C2. It has some charge stored Q2 which leads to a potential difference across the plates V2. That is Q2 equals to C2 V2. Now, note, in numerical sometimes one of the capacitor is uncharged. ऐसा लिखा होता है uncharged. For example, capacitor C2 is uncharged, capacitor 2 is uncharged. Then its capacitance will be C2 because capacitance doesn't depend on charge. Capacitance is epsilon naught A by D. Since it is a capacitor, it has some area, it has some separation. The capacitance will remain same, but Q2 will be 0. And since Q2 will be 0, that means V2 will be also 0. You understand, class? Okay, now they connecting. Finally, they connected with each other. Now, what will happen? Since they have different charges or different potential difference, so what will happen? Charge starts flow from higher potential difference to lower potential difference. Okay. So that's why different potential difference is very important. If they are not in different potential difference, nothing will happen. Okay. If they connected, nothing will happen. Since there are different potential difference, what will happen? Charge starts flowing through the wire from higher potential difference to low. That it may go from V2 to V1 or V1 to V2. Depends on which potential difference is more. Okay. Now, this charge is flowing. That I have written. What is happening? What will happen? The thing that the charge will transfer from higher potential difference to lower potential difference. Okay. Now, try to understand why this charge is transferring. Because of the potential difference. Then, how long the charge will transfer? Till both have a common potential difference V created across them. This V is called as common potential difference. Common potential difference. Okay, class, we understand? So charge will transfer till they have common potential difference. Now, why we are talking about this V? What is the use of this V? We need to find energies. So initial energy we can easily calculate. Why? We know initial capacitance, potential difference, capacitance, potential difference. So initial energy we can calculate half C1 V1 square, half C2 V2 square. Energy of capacitor 1, C1 V1 square. Energy of capacitors 2, half C2 V2 square. V1 we know, V2 we know. But final energy we cannot calculate. Why? Because we don't know the potential difference across them. Because after the charge transfer, they come to a common potential difference. That value we need to calculate. To find the final energy, half C1 potential across C1. What is that? V square. Half C2 V square. So V I don't know. So now we will understand how to calculate this common potential value. Okay? Clear? So for calculating common potential value, what we use? We use a common concept of charge conservation. The initial charge, whatever we have total, that will be equals to the final charge total. That is the total charge in C1 and total charge in C2 all together will be equals to charges in after connected. Okay? So we will calculate the final charge values. Okay, since the charge is transferring from one plate to another, now the charges will be different. Earlier, the C1 has capacitor charge Q1, the C2 capacitor C2 has a charge Q2. Now, since the charge is transferring, that means the capacitor C1 will have some other charge now. Let the charge is Q1. Okay. Now, due to transfer, capacitance will not change because again, capacitance depends on what? Epsilon A by D. So, whatever the capacitance value initially we have, the same capacitance value now also we have. Okay, C1 only. But since charge is changing, earlier I have written small q1, non-rotating capital Q1. And V1, V will be what? Potential difference across C1 is common potential difference V. Okay, which I don't know. Again, capacitance C2. We'll have some other charges Q2. Capacitance will remain same what we have initially. V2 across capacitors C2 will be potential difference V. Okay, for common potential difference. Now, from there we can calculate charge Q1 equals to C1V, Q2 equals to C2V. Now, the sum of these two charges and the sum of these two charges will be same because charge is not going anywhere. Charge will not loss. Okay, that means by conservation of charge we can say sum of initial charges equals sum of final charges. So if we apply the expressions or formulas, we get a formula of common potential difference. Okay, so either you remember this formula, then you don't have to do these things. You don't have to apply conservation of charge in numericals. Or if you forget the formulas, you can apply the conservation charge concept to get the formula of common potential difference. Is that okay, class? So why we are studying this? Just for a backup. If you remember only the formula C1 V1 plus C2 V2 by C1 plus C2, then job will be done. The numerical can be done. No issue. Okay. The only issue is that if you forget the formulas, then you should know how we are getting the common potential formula. So we got V. Now we can substitute it. Okay. Now UF, that is final energy, is always less than the initial energy. Okay. If we calculate, we will get these values. That means there is some loss of energy. There was some energy we have initially, and when we calculate the final energy come less. That means some energy is lost. Now we will understand where is that energy gone. So when this charge flows through the wire, that means current, and when current flows through the wire, in class 10 you studied, the wires have some resistance, there is some heat loss, I square RT, heat loss. Okay? So that heat loss, that is nothing but energy. So some of the energy is lost in form of heat. Okay, so that loss in energy, del U, how we can calculate? Bada energy minus total energy, initial minus final. Okay, you understand, class, how to get the loss in energy? Okay, so I am giving you two basics. Either you remember the formulas or you remember the concept to get the formula. Okay, and sometimes in the numericals you will get uncharged word. What is the meaning of uncharged word? Capacitors will not change, capacitors will remain same. Only the charge is 0 and potential difference is 0. Okay, similarly, one more thing you have to understand. Initially to finally, capacitors remain same. Charges are changing, potential difference are changing. And one last thing you need to clear is that why the charge is flowing? Because they have different potential difference. Okay, now we'll go to the next numerical concept, which is very important. Okay, now these are a very two important conceptual problem which is there in your notes. Okay, at the end, and this is a very important. Always asking boards every year. Okay, there are multiple parts I have solved. Out of them, maybe they will ask you 2 points out of this 2 parts or 3 parts or 4 parts or all the parts all together come for 5 marks question. It may happen like that also. Okay, so try to understand. This is a very important question. Okay, so what the question is? The question is a capacitor of capacitance C is fully charged to capital Q and potential difference V through a source. Okay, a dielectric is tightly fit between the plates and disconnected from source. Okay, find new capacitance, new charge, new potential difference, new electric field between the plates and new energy. Okay, so what is happening? We have a capacitor which is fully charged through a source. That means इस potential difference से लगाया, battery से लगाया, उसको fully charge कर दिया. So what is the initial capacitance? We have C. Okay, initial charge is given to you Q. Initial potential difference is given to you V. Okay, now what is happening? I am putting a dielectric between the plates, tightly fit. That means T equals to D. If you remember the previous videos nicely. Okay, and now we need to see what are the changes happening inside the capacitor. What is the new charge is there? What is the new capacitance? It will be new potential difference. That is my job is. Okay. Now the same question we will do here, but what will happen? Here the dielectric is introduced and disconnected from the source. Here the dielectric is introduced and source remain connected. So this is the difference between both the sums. Okay, both the conceptual problems. यहाँ पे disconnect कर दूंगा मैं source को, यहाँ पे connected रहूंगा source को. So देखेंगे फिर क्या क्या changes आता है. Okay, so how we do this question? Initially write what are the situations we have. Initially write the parameters of capacitors. Capacitance C, charge Q, V potential difference is given to you. You take on your own. U is the energy and E is the electric field between the plates. Now write down all the formulas which you know. Q equals to C, from the V equals to Q by C. We know electric field is potential difference by separation D. Energy is half CV square. And capacitance is epsilon naught A by D. These are the initial situations. Now finally, two things you need to understand. First, since it is disconnected, the charge which was coming to the capacitor was coming from the source, right? And that charge was storing in the capacitor. But the charge was coming from the source. The source is disconnected. So whatever we have charged initially, the same charge we have finally. QF, final charge, will be equals to initial charge. Okay, why? Because it is disconnected. Is that okay, class? Clear? So the reason is that it is disconnected. So the final charge will be equals to the initial charge. Okay. Now, next, since we have studied by capacitor is epsilon naught A by D capacitance. If you put a dielectric, it becomes K times epsilon naught A by D. That is, the capacitance becomes Kc. So only you have to remember these two. And rest will come automatically using the formulas. Okay. So QF is Q. Why? Because disconnected, no extra charge can come. Is that okay, class? No extra charge can come. Okay, that is the initial charge and final charge will be same. And capacitance, we know capacitance डालते ही dielectric डालते ही capacitance बढ़ जाता है. Irrespective of whether it is connected to the source, whether, because capacitance doesn't depend on the source. It depends on its construction. So construction we are putting the dielectric, so it becomes Kc. Now what is job is apply the formulas. We know QFC, Q equals to CV. The final charge, final capacitance, final potential difference. Final capacitance we know, final charge we know. We put the value, we got final potential difference. Okay, now what is Q by C? Always we will write in form of initial. The final potential difference we have to write in initial potential difference formula. What is initial potential difference? Q by C. What is Q by CV? That is formula what we understand, potential difference decreasing by K. Capacitance increases by K. Okay, next electric field formula. Electric field we know V by D. So final electric field equals to final potential difference by final separation. Okay, final potential difference we got V by K. Now final separation. Are we changing anything with the separation? No. So DF will remain initial D. Okay, initial जो D था वही रहेगा. So again electric field is decreasing by K times. Now again final potential energy half CV square. So final capacitance, final potential whole square. Final capacitance we have calculated K times. Final potential also we have calculated V by K. Substitute here from the 1 by K half CV square. What is half CV square? Initial. So it is again potential energy is also decreasing by K times. You understand? So two things is you have to understand this and this. Rest, what you do? Just substitute the formula. Similarly, in this case, when the sources remain connected, then what will happen? Same initial case, you write it down. Finally, when the source is connected, the potential difference remains same. This is a capacitor. This is connected to the source. If I put a dielectric inside, this connection is remain same. Nodal concept. The potential difference from here to here are same only. So final potential difference and initial potential difference are same. Okay, and capacitance is irrespective of connection. So capacitance will increase K times because dielectric is cyclic field. So you have to remember these two things. Okay, that the potential difference remain same. Is that okay, class? Now what's the job is? Charge will not remain same. Why? The source is connected, so charge will continuously coming now. Okay, charge may increase, may decrease, that depends on. Okay, but charge will change. Why? Because it's connected with the source. So now what's the job is? Apply the formula. QF equals CF, EF, CF we got. VF we got. We apply the formula. K times CV. What is CV? Initial charge. So charge is increasing by K times. Similarly, electric field between the plates. Potential by separation. E equals to V by D. We know the formula. So we just have to apply F. Final electric field, final potential difference by final separation. Now final potential difference and initial potential difference are same. Separation, no changes, D. So E by D is, V by D is E. Why? See, V by D is E. That means final electric field and initial electric field are same. Okay, now here there are two types of question comes. Okay, now see, try to understand what I am saying. Huh? This is the electric field between the plates, only between the plates. The plate we have here, between the plates we are discussing. Okay, between the plates. But if I talk about dielectric, inside the dielectric, the electric field decreases. That you know. Polarization topic, go to the polarization topic, you understand from it. पोलराइज हो जाएगा, the electric field घट जाएगा. So if I talk about inside the dielectric, then we can write electric field decreasing inside the dielectric. But between the plates, electric field remains same because electric field depends upon the potential difference across the plates, and potential difference is same. Now calculate the final energy. Half final capacitance, final potential whole square. Final capacitance we know, Kc, substitute here. Final potential difference we know, initial potential difference, substitute here. So K times half C square. What is half C square? Initial energy. So we got energy increasing by K times. Okay, this is very important class. You cannot afford to forget this every time you face these questions. Okay, so this is the end of the chapter. Now we will do few numericals, okay, related to this potential and capacitance topic. Okay, let's see. Okay, now let's do some numericals. Okay, now you have received a PDF file named as numericals for potential. Okay, go to that PDF first. Okay, numericals for potential. In that PDF, go to page number 1 of the PDF. That means the first page. When you open a PDF, the first page which you got. Okay, in that you have question number 1. Okay, so written the question number 1. Now I'm reading that question. Find the work done in taking a small charge of -2 × 10 to the -12 coulomb from a point A 0,0,2 centimeter to a point B 0,3 centimeter, 0 via a point C 0,4 centimeter, 5 centimeter if a charge of 6 × 10 to the -3 coulomb is located at the origin of the rectangular coordinate system. So what the question is? The question is that first try to understand the points. One point is given 0,0,2 centimeter. That means it lies in the z-axis. One point is given 0,3 centimeter, 0. That means that is on x-axis. So I want to, y-axis. So now see, normally when I take a coordinate axis, I take x here, y here, z here, right? Or x, y, z, right? That we take. Now I'm taking here y, here z, here x. Why? Because in x, this is just a dominant part. Why? Because there is no point here. In the question, we are not discussing about anything about x coordinate. So I'm removing the x coordinate that side. Okay. I just have to consider. We just have to concern about that they are perpendicular to each other. You keep anywhere x, anywhere y, anywhere z, no issue. So I'm keeping this part this side because there is no points here. We are dealing with only y-axis and z-axis. You may have z-axis here. You may have y-axis here. No problem. All outside. Okay. So I'm taking y here, z here. So z we have one point given to the question 0,02 centimeter. That point is A. And along y-axis we have a point 0,3 centimeter, 0. So what that means? 0,3. That means from here to here we have 3 centimeter distance. What is 0,02? That means from here to here we have 2 centimeter distance, right? That is this 2 centimeter. This is 3 centimeter. And the origin we have a charge Q. That Q I have written here 6 × 10 to the -3 coulomb. And the charge which is moving is small q. I am taking -2 × 10 to the -12 coulomb. Okay. Now we have one more point C 0,4, 5. That means it has y coordinate and z coordinate. That means it is in yz plane. Okay, this point will be here, not in space because I have already shifted x here. That means अगर मैं यहाँ पे z दिखाता ना, then this point is very impossible to plot on the 2D figure. So it is yz plane. This yz plane is here. Okay, now the question is this charge I am shifting from A to B via C. That means first we'll go to C, then we'll go to A. It's arrow shape. See the arrow. A to C, then C to B. This total charge which we are moving. Okay, now we are moving this charge against the electric field of this charge because this charge Q has some electric field around it. So against that electric field, I am moving the charge from here to here. So we need to find work done from A to B via C. Now we know work done against electric field is nothing but conservative in nature, that is independent of path followed. So that's our material. Work done from A to B. A to B जो जा रहे हैं हम. Work done against electric field of Q. Okay, that is against electric field of Q. इस Q के electric field के against काम कर रहे हैं. That is independent of path followed. Okay, that means I am going from A to B. Any way I go, work done will remain same. It is independent. Via C जा रहा हूँ कि via D जा रहा हूँ. Okay, so वही हमने लिखा है जैसे work done from A to B. If I go directly from A to B like this, that is equals to work done from A to C then B. A arrow C then B. Okay, they are same. So that via C is just to confuse you. Okay, you should know the basics of the topic. That work done is independent of the path followed. So we are interested only in the initial point and the final point, A and B. So we know a direct formula. Work done from A to B to move a charge. This charge is the charge which is moving equals to opposite. A to B means potential at B minus potential at A. Okay. Okay. Now in this formula, Q is the charge which is moving. I have taken as Q, small q. And these are potentials. Whose potentials? This potential जिसके इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड के अगेंस्ट मूव कर रहे हैं. तो VB is what? Potential at B due to this charge. What is VA? Potential at A due to capital Q. So what is the formula of potential? Due to a charge Q at a distance R. What is the formula? 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q by R. R is the distance. This is the formula. This V is the potential at this point due to this charge. So due to this charge, I need potential at this point. So can I use like this? 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q by this distance. Okay. So how much this distance is? 3 centimeter. Can I say 3 into 10 to the minus 2 meter? Okay. Minus. Clear class? Similarly, potential at A. Whose potential due to this charge? So what is the distance here? 2 centimeter. Here the distance was 3 centimeter. R dal diya. So now formula is 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q by distance. That is 2 into 10 to the power minus 2. You have to convert the centimeter into meters, right? You understand this? Okay, so you just have to worry about that. In this formula, Q is the charge which is moving, and these are the potentials of that charge. Whose electric field? In which electric field the charge is moving? Q is moving in whose electric field? Q is moving in this capital Q electric field. Okay, so the potential will be of capital Qs. You just have to worry about that part. So we need to find. So see, these things are coming out constant into 10 to the power minus 2. We are getting left with 1 by 3 minus 1 by 2. Now you can solve it. You have the solution in your this Q will go this side Q. Okay, so we can calculate on our own. So calculation you can do as a homework. Okay, 1 by 4 pi epsilon you can. Okay, let me substitute more values. What is 1 by 4 pi epsilon? 9 into 10 to the power 9 into what is capital Q? 6 into 10 to the power minus 3. What is small q? Minus 2 into 10 to the power minus 12. Minus we have to take now because we are finding the work done. It's a scalar quantity. Divided by 2 minus 3 by 6. 2 minus taking the LCM. Okay, you will get the answer. The answer you will get in Joule because everything in SI unit. So we got the work done expression. Okay, class. Now we'll go to the next question. Okay, now the next question again you will find in the PDF which I sent you, numericals of potential. Okay, the name is like this. Go to page number 4 of the PDF. Okay, there you will find the question number 12. I have made a selection on the question number. Okay, 8 charged water droplets, each with a radius of 1 millimeter and a charge of 10 to the minus 9 coulomb. Okay. Coils to form a single drop. Now what is this coils? Coils means what? All together combined together to form a single drop. Okay, calculate the potential of the bigger drop. So there are 8 droplets, small 8 droplets, they combine together to form a bigger droplet. Okay, 8 droplets, each droplet's charge is given to you. I have written for smaller droplets, charge is small q which is given to you 10 to the minus 9 coulomb. R is the radius which is given to you 1 millimeter. Now millimeter is not an SI unit, so I am converting 10 to the minus 3 meter. Okay. Now, we have to find the potential of bigger drop. These 8 droplets. What is 8? How many droplets we have? 8 droplets. Okay. Now, these 8 droplets will form to bigger droplet. Then the bigger droplet potential we need to calculate. The first we need to understand the potential का formula क्या है? Droplets का potential का formula तो पढ़ा ही नहीं है मैंने. Droplets potential formula did you study? No. We studied potential into a point charge, right? So now come to it. We studied potential to a point charge and we studied this one concept when we studied capacitance. Potential into a charged shell, a hollow conductor. Potential at its surface is 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q by R and that is equals to potential inside everywhere, right? These things we studied. This is the potential at its surface 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q by R. What is R? R is the radius of the shell, spherical shell. Almost similar to the point charge, but in point charge R is the distance from the point charge to a point, but here R is the radius. right? Similarly, if I talk about a solid sphere, this is solid, I have taught you in the theory. Due to solid sphere, if I talk about potential, that is 1 by 4 epsilon Q by R. Same formula. Only here is the Q is distributed on the surface, here the Q is inside the body, uniformly distributed. Now, out of these two, which is a water droplet? This is a water droplet. Charge is there inside. Okay? But this is act like a water droplet. So we understand, for finding the potential of the water droplet, we need the bigger water droplet charge and the bigger water droplet radius. Okay? So let's see. For bigger droplet, charge kitna aayega? So total smaller droplets all together, okay, combined, each droplet has charge Q, then 8 droplets combined together by conservation of charge. Charge never go anywhere, right? Charge is always conserved. जितना charge पहले था उतना charge बाद में भी होगा. तो पहले we have 8 droplets, they combine together to form a bigger droplet. That is, what is the charge of the bigger droplet? 8 into Q, coulomb. 8 into Q. You understand why 8? Clear class? Because there is a conservation of charge. It's a universal fact, universal law. Okay. Similarly, now see, radius we know of small droplets. That means what? Radius of bigger droplet is also 8 into R. ऐसा होता है क्या? Conservation of radius पे पढ़ा है क्या? We studied conservation of radius. No. So this can happen. Why? Because we know conservation of charge is happening. But conservation of radius तो नहीं होता है. तो क्या conserve होगा और? From there we need to find this capital R, because we need to calculate this R. Then only we can find the formula, right? Okay, then only we can find the potential value. For getting the potential of the bigger drop, we need charge of the bigger drop. We got it by conservation of charge. We need radius of the bigger drop. Okay, now radius of the bigger drop, we cannot apply 8 into R because radius conservation we didn't study. So now we have to study. We need to think that 8 droplets combined together to form a bigger droplet. What else is conserving? Charge is conserving. What else is conserved? Now when you go to the books, they use volume conservation. I have taught in class 11 also. Volume conservation कुछ नहीं होता है. So we will go for mass conservation. Okay? That means total mass 8 into m. What is m? Mass of single droplet. Okay? Volume conservation don't go for it. Equals to mass, capital M. What is capital M? Mass of bigger droplet. So the mass will conserve. Volume conservation नहीं होता है class. Try to understand. Mass conservation होता है. From here only we will get the volume conservation, but don't apply volume conservations. I told you in class 11 also. Okay. Now, what is mass of single droplet? Volume of single droplet, small v, okay, into density of single droplet equals to what is mass of bigger droplet? Volume into density. Now here comes, see, density will come change. Okay, water droplet density of the small molecules and the density of the bigger molecule will remain same. Okay, because there is no change in the density mentioned in the question. So sometimes when you go to entrance, the changes are the densities are changing. In those cases, if we apply volume conservation, the concept becomes wrong. So we cannot apply volume conservation. We have to go for mass conservation, because if density is changing also in the question, we can apply here. Okay, so we got 8 into volume. What is volume? Spherical shape, 4 by 3 pi r cube, 4 by 3 pi capital R cube, 4 by 3 pi, 4 by 3 pi. To cancel what is capital R? 2R, 8 r cube 2R. So we got the radius also. That is how much? 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter. We got the bigger radius value. We got the total charge value. Okay. Then what is the potential of the bigger droplet? Therefore, V, potential of, okay, bigger droplet. This is what? 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q by radius. That is 9 into 10 to the power 9. Q is 8 into Q. What is small q? 10 to the minus 9 coulomb by what is radius? 2 into 10 to the power minus 3. This is the volume. Not volume. Potential. So what is the unit of potential? Volt. Or simply you can write V. Okay, class? You understand? So this is the end of this video. Okay, we will do further. Lots of numericals we need to do. Okay. The coming videos will solve continuous numericals of potentials and capacitance then after. Okay. Thank you very much.